Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and in this episode we will be talking about the Rhoeo Spathaceae. The Rhoeo Spathaceae is also called the Rhoeo Tricolour, majorly because of this reason, that it has a sword-like leaf with three colors in it. One is light pink, then white and green on top of the leaf with a purple undertone. The purple undertone is what gives this plant its distinct characteristics. So this plant is a native of the tropical Americas. It acts as an annual in frost-affected regions, and it acts as a perennial in tropical climatic conditions. So this plant is an excellent drought tolerant and is a very low maintenance plant. This can be grown indoors if given the right bright light conditions and if you reduce watering. So this is a very good shade loving plant. It can either be grown in containers or in the ground, probably under the shade of a tree. Generally, in landscapes, you would find this plant under the shade of the tree because one, it loves shade. Obviously, another is that when it is in the vicinity of the roots of the roots of the tree absorb a lot more water. Because this plant does not like too much of water, this survives really well there. So with that, let us talk about the soil conditions this plant really likes. Like I said, this loves a very well draining soil, so I would recommend 1 part sand and 1 part compost. Just because the soil has to be well draining does not mean that it should be devoid of any organic matter. So adding compost will give this plant that much needed organic matter. Next, watering should be very minimal. You should water this plant only if you feel the soil is dry. The biggest reason for this plant dying is root rot and fungal infection that is caused due to a lot of water. This plant is very sensitive to overwatering. Next, as I had elucidated earlier, sunlight requirements are either part sunlight or full shade, but definitely exposed to some bright light conditions. Now, fertilizing is easy. You can just fertilize it probably once a month with organic matter like I do. If you want to use chemical fertilizers, then you can use a pH balanced chemical fertilizer where all the components, that is NPK, are equal. Now, propagation of this plant is very easy. It gives out offsets or offsprings, and you can separate them and make a new plant. Remember that this plant is very toxic, so if ingested in high quantities or if your pets go near this plant and eat it, then it can be really toxic for both humans and your pets. This contains a sap. If at all it falls on your skin, it could irritate your skin, so probably you would need to wash off that area with soap. So I will be using this plant in a container arrangement of mine, of which I will show a video of later. But one thing that you need to remember is that when you are mass planting this particular plant with other plants, then you must find complementing plants which probably are drought tolerant themselves. And they also must be shade loving. Thank you for watching Urbanscape Bangalore, and if you like this video, then please subscribe. Until we meet again,